Welcome to Maple Leaf Money, a Canadian-born movement for financial clarity. We simplify money, cut through the noise, and help you make informed choices that build confidence and long-term stability. Let's grow your financial literacy one episode at a time. In the previous module, we talked about directing the flow of money, how to decide where it goes instead of letting it drift. That was about allocation and intention. But directing money is only part of financial maturity. The next step is building stability. Saving money is not about getting rich. It is about becoming steady. Stability allows growth to happen without stress or urgency. Without it, every unexpected expense feels disruptive. With it, financial decisions become calmer and more deliberate. Every dollar you earn gives you a choice. You can spend it today, or you can set part of it aside for tomorrow. Over time, those small decisions, repeated consistently, shape your financial life. Let's begin with one of the most important habits in personal finance. Pay yourself first. Many people try to save what remains after spending. The problem is that there is rarely much left. Expenses tend to expand to match income. If saving depends on leftovers, it often doesn't happen. Paying yourself first reverses that order. You set aside money for your future before allocating the rest. And this is not selfish. It is responsible. You are the most important person in your financial life. You are the one who must live with the consequences of today's financial decisions. No one else can build your stability for you. Paying yourself first simply recognizes that your future deserves protection. A practical benchmark is saving and setting aside 10% of your income. If you earn $2,000 per month, 10% is $200. If you earn $3,500 per month, 10% is $350. If you earn $5,000 per month, 10% is $500. That percentage becomes a priority, treated with the same seriousness as paying rent or utilities. If saving 10% feels difficult at first, begin with 5%. Starting matters more than waiting for the perfect number. Consistency builds the habit that larger savings will later depend on. It's important to understand something else. Saving is not about the size of the deposit. It is about the strength of the behavior. Imagine two people. One earns $2,000 per month and saves $200. That's 10%. Another earns $10,000 per month and saves $200. That's 2%. The percentage saved is what reveals the discipline. Over time, discipline compounds. As your income increases, your savings rate should ideally grow with it. Saving 10% of what you earn is a strong starting point. Over time, as your income rises and your financial situation stabilizes, consider working toward 15% or more. This does not need to happen immediately. Progress matters more than speed. Even increasing your savings rate by just 1% per year can significantly strengthen your financial position over a decade. When you receive a raise, for example, $300 more per month, consider directing part of that increase straight into savings before your lifestyle expands. Decisions made at moments of growth often shape long-term outcomes. Now, let's make this practical. Willpower to save money often fades away. However, having a savings system can endure over time. The simplest way to protect your savings habit is to automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account within 24 hours of payday. When saving happens automatically, it stops competing with impulse spending. Over time, steady deposits create quiet strength. Just as a tree adds a growth ring each year through consistent development, financial stability forms through repeated action. The progress may feel gradual at first, but it is real. Saving first is not restrictive. It is protective. It builds confidence. It creates options, and it allows growth to happen on a stable foundation. Let's briefly recap today's episode. Saving is a priority, not a leftover. A 10% savings rate is a practical starting benchmark. Beginning with 5% is acceptable if it helps establish the habit. The percentage you save matters more than the raw dollar amount. And over time, increasing your savings rate toward 15% or more strengthens long-term stability. And here are your action steps from today's topic. First, calculate 10% of your monthly income. If that feels unrealistic, calculate 5% to save and start there. Set up an automatic transfer within 24 hours of your next payday. And schedule a reminder in 3 months to review and consider increasing your savings rate by 1%. Before we close, here's something to reflect on. If you treated your future self as a financial priority starting today, what small adjustment could you make to strengthen your savings habit this year? In the next episode, we'll continue our module on saving money by discussing how to build an emergency fund and create a true financial buffer. You've been listening to Maple Leaf Money, a Canadian movement for financial clarity. Every choice, every dollar, and every lesson builds toward a stronger future. For you, your family, and our country. Subscribe, share, and help grow financial confidence from coast to coast to coast. Until next time, remember to continue to learn, earn, and grow. PRT.